I'd like to welcome you guys back to Metroid Prime. Andrew Maltani, Matt Meschin, Proxy Hacks will be joining us sometime later in the night. And, well, tonight we're going to be trying to cover quite a few major stretches of items. So, yay for that. Yeah, we'll just do a little bit of Upper Chozo Ruins. Then we're gonna go down to Fendrana Drifts, get the main item there, and then, assuming our luck holds, we'll go to Phazon Mines. How the hell do I get up there? Yeah, I'll think about that later. Damn it. Come on. Alright. Don't have to worry about that. That. One from here is one of the most useful upgrades in the whole game. So just bear with me as I get this one item first. Then, I hate that. Okay, this is a brimstone pillar. Missiles can break brimstone. We got so many layers of this to break before we can get our prize. Oculus. Oh crap. It's puffers! As long as they collide with each other, I don't care. layer to go. Yeah, just aim for the far corner where the Oculus is, and it'll be all cool. The sun is in my eyes! And our prize is...
nothing.
Electricity! Sorry, Matt. It's not a case where you could say, you get nothing! You lose! Good day, sir! Alright, I got the 2 missile packs I can get right now. The third one I can't get just yet. I'm gonna break the loop a little bit and break what I do normally. How hard is it to wish for missiles? Ugh. Hey, at least the mirror works. One rune. Two runes. Three runes. Four runes. Alright. Let's see if I can time this right. Damn it. Ow! Boo. Alright, I got it. That ain't ideal, but... Right here. Got my missiles. Ladies and gentlemen, one of the worst fights in the game. Alright, these are ghosts, natural energies. I don't have an X-ray, and I cannot use weapons that use fire, ice, and electricity. What is the power beam even supposed to be made of anyway? Like, light? Nice. And thankfully, maybe one... Wait, don't missiles phase through them? Yes, they do. Super missiles do not. They're an energy weapon. These punks are even stupid, or even more stupid on hard mode. Gotta throw like 3 super missile volleys at them, like... Eh. Eh. Alright, and my prize is... Ooh, an artifact. Nice. Two keys down, 10 more to go. As much as I want to go back this way and just continue on, let me get back to the fountain. Or come to think of it, while I'm already on this side, let me grab a little something from this area real quick, and then we'll double back. Grab this. Three down, 9 to go. This way. Yeah, I'm just like, unless I'm doing an item sweep, I'm like, nah, just get the artifact and be done with it so I don't have to... I'm doing everything front to back, I'm going, no, I don't have to go a few rooms further, I can just double back, or I don't have to worry about going this way. I don't really have like an efficient path. At least not one where I can just do the whole thing in under like 5 hours. 6 without using major glitches. Yeah, I can aim for that, but... Alright, this way.
So this is a port, right?
No, this is the original version on emo.
Oh, someone's joined us.
But yeah, there are 2 other versions of this game. So one is on the Nintendo Wii through the Prime Trilogy, so that was available on Wii and Wii U, but it was more light gun motion control oriented. So if you were a light gun junkie like me, then yeah, that probably would have been the way to go. And then there was the remastered version for Switch, which overhauled the art style a bit.
Yeah, they did a great job, in my opinion. Someday I'll play it on my channel.
Yeah.
Do it.
I wish I
would
could
love
do.
to.
I wish I could do trilogy, but my image was somehow messed up where it skips a few it skips like every 3rd musical track for some reason, and I don't really want that to be a complete mood killer. I was like, ah, it's a damn shame too because I do like the trilogy version. Although changes to the lore, I'm like, eh.
What did they change about the lore?
So they changed how the pirates found out about what was in the crater, or at least they kind of took that out.
Yeah.
And they also made the Chozo lore a little bit more vague.
Yeah. If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah, unless there were some complaints saying, the lore's inconsistent, you guys. It's like, how did you guys manage to find out about Metroid Prime, and did you really add all the stuff on it? Yeah, the European
So the way to
version
fix that...
Yeah, the European version in the trilogy kind of did away with that.
So basically, their solution was, oh, let's subtract stuff instead.
Or just retcon it, or we're going, oh crap, this actually didn't make sense the more you do it.
Yeah. You already beat Thardus, so yeah. The Doctor must be very disappointed in you. You blew up his TARDIS.
To be fair, some have nearly succeeded. Well, one tried to melt it, but
Yeah. I think the Master almost blew up the TARDIS one episode.
classic or a revival?
Classic, of course. We don't talk about the awful Mistress. I don't know what the heck happened there.
No, I was talking the John Sim version, but...
Oh. I'm talking about the latter
Right.
version of the Doctor.
Yeah, usually
I
when I
haven't
say
finished
revival, I usually talk about Briss
Like
to
Eccleston
Peter.
and Beyond. Okay. Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, because I usually divide it into three. I usually divide Doctor Who into 3 phases. So, classic series, classic revival, everything from Chris to Peter, and then the last era I just call the Disney Plus era.
That's fair.
I usually, yeah, whenever I say revival, I always say between Chris and Peter.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, the series ended with Capaldi.
Yep. I dipped after Peter as well.
I just pretend that that Jodie Whittaker and beyond just doesn't exist. And then I'm reminded when I see all these articles saying, "Oh, this is going to happen now in with the Doctor. Oh, the show might get canceled because of how ratings are." It's like, okay. Cool.
Well, that was a bet you guys made, so don't blame
Yeah, exactly.
us.
But they will.
Sorry, with those crumble blocks, I always think spring ball.
Oh yeah, you're playing the classic version, so you don't have spring ball.
Nope.
That's right. Yeah.
And our pain whenever we did Spider Guardian.
I remember trying to 100% this game one time, and this room stumped me. I had no idea how to get it. I didn't bother scanning the area, but I was like, how do I get to those spider ball tracks? And so then after like 30 minutes of looking through the room, I was like, oh, maybe I should bring out the scan visor, and sure enough, Bendesium floor. It's like, oh, well, that answers that question.
Mm-hmm.
That was my last item, too.
Yeah, because I saw, like, I forgot which of the demo reels it was on. Yeah, there was that entire going up there feel, but I'm like, oh. And then it didn't help that also, like, you know how I complained about the lighting in Remastered? That room is dark. Yeah. So it's like, back then...
It is dark.
Like, during the GameCube and Wii era, I was like, okay, I can just tell it's like my shadow is over the rail, and I can tell. But it's like, on Switch, I'm like, I can't tell.
I had that same issue until I realized that it was just the handheld's problem. If you play it on the TV, it's fine.
Yeah, well, I usually play with
monitor.
I usually play with a dimmer TV setting than usual.
Well, that explains why it was so dark then.
Well, because back then, you know, it's like sometimes some games, you know, had an internal gamma setting. So, like one time I remember playing like F-22 Lightning 2 on DOS, and you had to go through night missions without night vision. And you can see how freaking painful that is on the eyes. It's like even during the days of old CRT, they were like, yeah, we realize not everyone's TVs will be bright enough to let you guys see this. Let me in!
Not by the hair in my chin chin chin. I never understood the point of the other side. Like you go up and there's a branching path, right?
Huh?
Like, you know, when you go up the elevator and then there's a branching path, it looks like you can go one direction, but when you go there, it's just a dead end. Never understood why they did that, but...
Are there any skeletal remains of the people that were here?
No.
Not quite.
They were all dissing. I can't talk. Disintegrated?
Well, you'll see what happens.
I just know they were like avian, so
Some are, some aren't. I believe the warrior class, they kind of go into that with dread. Still, some were avian and some were. Oh, hey! Here's your question, answered right before your eyes.
yep.
That was the perfect time to ask. Wow. I didn't think Yoshi was this close.
Well, I was busy getting the Wave Buster and 2 of the other artifacts. I was like, let's just get the Sun Chamber and Lava Lake one.
It looks like it looks like a holographic projection or something.
That one's a ghost.
Yeah,
Or ghost.
And they're really annoying, but hey, at least you're not forced to fight them all the time. Prime 2, Pirate Commandos. I mean, yeah, you could use a light beam on them, but my goodness, that still requires ammunition, and you have to... And there is Pirate Commandos in almost every room in Torvus Bog.
Every place upstairs, or every other room upstairs.
Pretty much. And then Dark Ether with those dumb hunter rings that will not leave you alone.
Until you get, like, friggin' Dark Visor. And even then, that's not a guarantee.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, a missile reload station. Can I restore my power bombs here? No.
You don't have power bombs yet. Oh, but you wouldn't be able to get them anyway. Yeah, that's true. They didn't fix that until Prime 2, I believe.
Yeah, where they give you complete ammunition restoration.
I don't understand why they didn't include that in Remastered. That would have been an awesome quality of life change.
Static energy, ice, and fire. At least this guy's sitting down. We don't have to go to one standing up just yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I turned on the fusion suit for this run. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah, it makes sense. I mean, we don't get it in Remastered, which I still can't stand. I don't know how they... How do you miss that? That was... You did it for the trilogy version, the Wii U version, as well as, Classic, but not for Remastered?
Yeah,
What, did they just not want to redesign the fusion suit?
What I heard was that apparently it was available, but apparently they didn't leave the option to leave it on. I'm like, wait, you actually had this, but you forgot to put the toggles on.
Wait, they had it? So they made a fusion suit for Remaster?
Apparently that's what I've read, but...
Yeah, that makes no sense. I'm sure if that were true, someone would have data mined the game and would have found it.
I think someone did find it through data mining.
I haven't seen any videos about it. I'll have to check later, but yeah.
I'm not sure if it was YouTube Shorts, but then I got played for a fool on that, but...
I try not to watch shorts that often.
Yeah, shorts are an eyesore. I mean,
not just that, but, it's the constant information overload that your brain receives when watching those. It's like, ugh. It's like, no thanks. I'd rather slow down. just a bit.
Alright, now that we've got our big bucket of ice cream, can't believe we have to use it to open a door. Alright, back to the stock. Oh crap, now there are 3 of them!
Yep. This is getting out of hand. Now there are 3 of them. I couldn't resist. At least you can leave the room. You don't have to fight.
Yeah,
Oh, but you want to get the ice beam bonus, right? That's one thing I don't like about this game is the Chozo Ghost, because, you know, it's just like, okay, you just defeated them, you exit the room, you come back into the room and they're back. It's like, no, I just defeated you guys. Why are you back?
Or just give me like a 3-minute break or something.
Yeah.
I guess why I know why the missile station is here.
That would make sense. It's annoying because if you know the missile exploit where you're rapidly shooting missiles, you can't use it, but super missiles are totally fine. So,
yeah, my
it's a beam
interpretation of it
extension.
was that, you know, missiles were solid matter weapons that wouldn't hit them, but it's like super missiles were energy weapons. Well, then they needed to give you at least some easy avenue to take care of them. You just have to figure out what it is.
Yeah. And you don't get it until the very end of the game.
Alright. The ice cream, got another blue pill, got another pack of missiles. Got a big electric whip. Alright. Back to the
Got
sock.
the grapple beam already?
Hmm?
You got the grapple beam already?
Sorry. I mistook that for the wave buster.
Oh, that's what you meant by electric whip. I was like, what? I was like, there's no way you got to the grapple beam yet, unless you did some sequence break. But I gotcha. That makes a lot more sense now.
This isn't where I want to go. This is back to the locked door.
You might want to save just in case.
Yeah. 3 artifacts down, 9 to go, but we still got a lot of major progression to hit.
You have to wait to get the plasma beam to get that artifact. You're about to reach phase on mines anyway, so. Which is probably my favorite area in the whole game, minus the sheer amount of backtracking you have to do in it.
Yeah, especially if you're trying to do, like, not taking a shortcut back, but yeah, I always take it from the top down whenever I'm trying to hundo the game, but sometimes I just see the value where I'm going, yeah, let's just skip the flamethrower and grab everything else and be done with it.
The flamethrower is so useless, but you need it if you want to do it 100%, so.
Yeah.
That's literally the only reason to get it.
Yeah, and it's so out of the way relative to where I am in the game, so I'm like,
It's not worth it.
yeah.
Yeah, no grab suit yet.
Yeah, let's just boost our way out of here and then...
So that's coming soon. It's amazing how quickly these items are accessible. Like, you think you're halfway through the game, then all of a sudden it's like, oh, I already have the grav suit and the and power bombs. It's like, okay.
Yeah, and the reason I always get the Wave Buster at my earliest convenience is because I fucking hate that cloaked security droid.
Yeah, I hate that thing too. Can't lock onto it. And to make matters worse, you could only see it with the X-ray visor, but that's way later in the game, so it's like, okay. It's not even a scan. Because you can't scan it. But yeah, the Wave Buster definitely trivializes that thing.
Yeah.
It's kind of a necessity, unfortunately, because it's really annoying otherwise. Especially if you can't... The worst part is you have to fight that thing before you save. Because it locks the room. So if you go through that massive gauntlet, and then you get to it and you die, guess what you have to do? Everything all over again.
You have to run from the top of the mines. Yeah, that is easily my least favorite stretch of the game, because I'm going...
It's still my favorite area, but that part of the game is egregious in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, would it kill you to put a save station somewhere in the middle? You know? Oh no, it needs to be a gauntlet because challenge. It's more tedious than it is challenging though.
And I don't think Fusion was that egregious in having, like, stretches near the end, because at least, well, one, it was fast enough where you could not have to worry about it as much. Two, it's like, at worst, you're only losing, like, 5 to 10 minutes. But
There were plenty of save stations in Fusion anyway, so...
Yeah. Especially, like, midpoint ones. Or there's always one near every section of the main deck. Whereas, like, you screw up in phase on mines, you lose, like, friggin' 20 to 25 minutes. One thing I'll give Trilogy and Remaster credit for is giving you at least a fair amount of missiles every once in a while, even if it's just a 3-pack. I'm going, It's like, I don't want to relive that crap from Nestroid going, when am I gonna get missiles?
Yeah, Nestroid... I still can't believe that there are some people that think Metroid is the best Metroid. No, not even close. There's so many problems with Metroid that just makes it so tedious to play. It's fun, but there's a lot of tedium as well. But I'm into old school, and there's too much convenience in modern games. It's just like, yeah, there's a reason why. Not to mention the controls in Zero Mission are way better anyway.
That and the pace feels a little bit...
No sense.
That and the pace feels a lot healthier in Zero Mission. There's never a dull moment, even on hard.
Yeah. And there's a post-game after Mother Brain in Zero Mission as well, so hey.
I won't be able to enjoy anything from here until I come back for 8 to end.
One of the best tracks in the game.
Yep.
This part of the game is kind of annoying too. Trying to scale those vertical sections. I was about to say, don't you need the grapple beam to progress here? Pretty sure you do.
I scan you guys already? Yeah, I did. Oh crap, there's Metroids. Metroids in an icy area?
Yeah, I never understood that either.
Oh crap, they evolved.
Oh, they're hunters, that's right, yeah. But I still don't understand it because you can still freeze them, so yeah. I do like how Talon Metroids have different forms as opposed to like Omega, Zetas, and Gammas from SR388.
Oh right, that missile tank I need to get grapple beam, and I'm not going to be able to get that till way later.
A little bit later.
Yeah. Truth be told, it's like whenever I do phase on mines, I'm like, yeah, let's just go back to the top and then get grapple beam and then just work my way back through Gozo Ruins to... Actually, hang on, I might be doing that wrong. Yeah, there's one thing I'll give Prime 2 credit for, and hang on. Sorry, bloody engine revvers out there. If there's one thing I'll give Prime 2 credit for, it's fast travel. It's the mines. Yes. Such a waste of missiles. Go up there.
Yeah. Oh, I think you can get grapple beam with that. No, I think you can get gravity suit without grapple beam. No, I don't think you have. Never mind. Last time I played this was a year ago. And that was the remastered version, so yeah. I'm so glad Prime 4 is getting a Switch release.
There's nothing in this room, is there?
Just passageways? I don't think so.
Alright.
But yeah, I'm in no hurry to get the Switch too. I mean, I'll save up for it, but it's gonna be a while.
Yeah, me neither. Not until I get my account stuff settled. Because I'm like, there's no point in doing that if I'm not going to be able to do jack shit with the console.
Especially, and you know, one wrong move and any perceived threat, and they could brick your device, which is stupid. I hate that so much. Not only does it cost you a whole lot of money to get it, but they could just flip a switch and your system's bricked. I've never heard of any game company that does that. Like, not even Ubisoft or, heck, even EA does stuff like that.
Well, it's like, on one hand, it's like PC rootkitting.
Yeah. That's still, you know, I don't think any game developer or Steam would do anything like that. So, you know, honestly, I think Nintendo is setting yet another precedent. Not a good one in this case. Oh, really? Huh. Well, never mind. Ubisoft is still the worst.
Alright, cool. I got here before the hint system told me to get here.
Don't you? Well, you're in the same room, so the hint system doesn't really do it. Why do you still have that on? I still think the hint system is like the worst in Prime 3. Because even if you turn it off, it's like, oh, well, we will upload coordinates to you now. And if you don't do it, the dialogue keeps going over and over and over again. It's like, no.
Like, if you're doing the endgame grind and Admiral Dane tells you, hey, I'm already down here, get over here. I'm like, no, I still got the rest of the galaxy to explore first. Hang on.
Exactly. So, wow.
No, we're not talking about
Oh,
killing the
yeah.
games or the service outright. We're talking about breaking the console.
Exactly. Yeah, I was about to say that. But yeah, no, like with the new game card thing, yeah, that's like Ubisoft definitely did that first. But as far as bricking your whole console, yeah, no, that's a first as far as I know.
Yeah, because otherwise you're going to be just selling like literal bricks, or it's like non-functional hardware.
I've heard cases where people would get the Switch too early and Nintendo bricked their console.
Ugh.
Yeah, so it's like, oh, well. Just to prevent leaks, because we all know how much Nintendo loves leakers. Yeah, that's not going to work.
No, I don't want to go through the research lab. There's no reason for me to go through the lab again.
You got all the items in there, right?
Yeah, I believe so. I got the cordite missile case, I got the energy tank behind the glass. And
Oh yeah, that's right. You get super missiles inside the area. That's right.
And that one missile tank on the rails.
Right. Yeah, you got everything. There's literally no reason to go back now.
Yeah. Well, until the artifact hunt, but I don't have what I need for that.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Because they had to give you a reason to go back there.
Yep. I hope the fetch quest isn't as bad in 4 as it is in 1 and 2. I know there's going to be one. It's obligatory. There has to be one.
Sorry, my sense of direction is terrible in this game.
I've seen worse.
Yeah, it kind of makes me wish there was, like, you know, a little compass rose on the compass. Maybe not necessarily, you know, heading tape, but...
Dude, if you want to see a bad sense of direction, you should watch the Runaway guys play Metroid Prime, specifically Chugga Conroy. If you think you have terrible sense of direction. He literally has 3 other people helping him, and he still gets lost.
Oh. I think the one run I saw from them was when they did Kirby's Return to Dreamland, the Wii version.
I would watch their Mario Party ones. Those are always funny to me.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Except 9. I didn't watch 8 or 9 because I don't like those games anyway.
Were the mini games or map designs bad or something?
Well, at least with 8, like the board games were still board. They were still boards, and they were pretty creative still. I just thought the mini games weren't the greatest. But then 9 came and completely changed the formula, something nobody asked for, and it was not good. And then 10 came along, and 10 was awful too. And now we're getting bare bones Mario Party. I mean, at least they returned to form, but it's still just, they did the bare minimum. Especially with Jamboree.
We just did our contractual obligations for the franchise and that's it.
Pretty much. What's worse, too, is that the Switch version for Jamboree includes a mode that nobody cares about, and they want to charge, like, what, $20 extra for it?
And
actually, no, $10 more for it.
What was the
it's like
gimmick?
It was like this theater mode or something like that, where you could, like, motion controls. think there's like dancing involved, and hey, you can see yourself while you play using game chat, which no one's going to use.
No, because we already have outside clients for that.
Exactly. And we're not going to have Nintendo spying on us. We're also not going to have to be charged extra for it. It's like, I'm already paying the internet bill. I don't need any more.
I don't need another freaking subscription to be keeping track of. Like, I already got my home
unless
video.
you're already subscribed to like 3 to 4 different streaming subscriptions at once.
I already got my home internet. I got my Prime subscription. I'm like, do I really need anything more than that right now? No.
Right. I mean, technically Netflix, there's some good shows on there still, but... One thing I really hate about streaming services is that they always get rid of stuff that they had on there. Or, oh, if you want to watch it, watch within the specific time window. But what if I'm already watching another show? Too bad.
Yeah, because I know it's like some series are like hot potatoed in rotation, unless it's like owned by that channel outright sort of thing.
Right. Same thing with movies.
And somehow these two turrets are the most hardened on the entire ship. Oh no, it's a torpedo in the water!
You know, one thing, I like the sunken frigate, except for when you have to power it back on using the wave beam. Specifically that area where you have to climb this giant slope.
Yep.
Because if you forget one, it's like, oh yeah, I should have had the thermal visor on.
Except that the contrast on Remastered isn't as great as vanilla for some reason. I'm like, guys, it's like, there's a reason why 2000's thermal was actually pretty freaking good and not this stupid white hot stuff we have to go through.
They tried to make it look more accurate to what actual thermal optics would look like. But, yeah, they didn't do... There was no need. It looks so much better in vanilla.
Yeah, the contrast was a lot better, too, because I'm like, yeah, and one thing about, what the thermal visor is supposed to do in-game is just, like, you know, highlight enemy weak points as well.
That's what the X-ray visor does, actually. Well, except for Thardus, but yeah.
Or the elite pirates if you're trying to knock out the jetpack. Sorry, I meant the rocket pack. Or the mortar.
I get what you mean. That one right there, not the energy tank, but that particular panel, excuse me.
Yep.
That panel is always the one that I miss. I always skip it and I go to the second and third. And
that
I always
one there.
I'm like, oh wait, I got to go all the way back. The one that you just passed.
Yep.
The one at the very bottom. So sometimes I do forget about that one too. I'm gonna when I play Prime 4, I'm gonna try to play it without the hint system, blind, and see how well I do. Unless they force it, which would be really dumb. I would hate that. I don't think they would, though.
No, I think they would tell you the option to, you know, leave it off if you want to. Or as long as, like, they keep the hint system more minimalist and not, like, you know, forcing you, it's like, hey, here's the highlights. I'm like, this isn't Mass Effect. I don't need my handheld on damn near everything. Like, don't tell me the in-room hints. I still gotta figure it out for myself. Oh right, I gotta scan these security droids as well because they're a one-timer. Cordite. I do have to say, it's like when I saw footage of this of the remaster, I'm like, yep, you sold me.
Oh yeah, definitely. And for $40?
Mm-hmm. Okay, one of these timing puzzles. Ah! Damn it! I picked the wrong direction. Alright. Cool. That's that. Ow. This is my prize for making it past one of the most beautiful looking sections of the game. Getting hit by needles.
Yep. Kill first, admire later.
Yep. I'll come back to this later. This goes back to the ruins. I kind of don't need that right now. I need to go through his most tedious venue in the game.
It reminds me of how it should have ended with Rogue One. You may admire when ready. And it was Tarkin.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and besides, it's like before I can even bother deciding to get a Switch 2, I gotta get a new pair of running shoes first. This is going to suck. A save station with aquariums in it. Who'd have thunk? Well, more like a fish tank. But who's counting? Alright, who's next? A fistful of ice cream I want to shove in all your faces. Not gonna happen. We're only 70 minutes into the session and I'm already at the front door of Phazon Mines. Oh, right, I gotta put that back. Oops. I rolled off too soon. For shame. Okay. Yeah, Phase on Mines is kind of annoying to go through when you're trying to hunt game.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I'm gonna hundo it, then I usually just say screw it. I'm just gonna go through Chozo Ruins South and then just take the top-down approach.
Yeah, just don't die, that's the thing.
On the first visit? Oh, absolutely. And there's everything that's locked behind Bendesium here. What am I doing? I can just do that. I hate this room so much. Actually, no, hang on. Wrong room. I hate these goons so much on hard.
Oh, yeah.
Frickin' ammo sinks.
They take way too long to defeat.
It's like... Yeah, ice, power, and plasma guys, they're easy on even hard, or at least you have enough tools or they're not, you know, pains in the asses, but yeah, wave goons are the worst.
One thing I don't like about remasters is it forces you to shoot before it charges, so you can't really stun lock things as easily.
If I was playing on console, you'd be hearing the disc whirring right about now.
Yep, I remember those days.
Any other games you remember hearing the disc whir during loading? Because I don't remember Wind Waker doing that as much, and maybe not Tales of Symphonia either. Huh. I think it was really just Prime that I've heard the disc whir the most.
Alright, guys. I gotta go. Yeah, I'll be right back.
That's okay. We'll be here, navigating this
Right.
suck. Hopefully we'll be out of here by the time you finish dinner, but I'm not betting on that.
That's gonna take a while for sure.
You don't have the power! Don't need that. The other thing I really didn't agree with the remaster was, you know, getting rid of the magnifying glass symbology for the Chozo icons. I'm like, why do they look like just generic 4-panel windows? What, did you not pay the sprite work guys enough?
Apparently so.
Oh, this room blows.
Yes.
Because you can't just jump down or else you get electrocuted.
Yeah, you can. I've jumped down several times.
Maybe I didn't aim well enough because I'm going...
Drop and then morph ball, dude.
Huh. I think I tried that, and even then I still got shocked.
Well, even if you do, it doesn't do that much damage, so it's not really a problem.
Yeah, that, and there's like... all the goons give you like, what? One whole E-tank? Not 20.
And on hard, they plow through your HP like crazy. They're not only damage sponges, but they deal out so much damage, especially the power troopers. Eey.
And they take like
Those
super
guys
missiles
hurt.
to whack.
Yeah.
Bang. I can't deal with that big pile right about now. Wonder what the floating bits around the meteor are for. Ah, we're halfway there. Okay, these are elite pirates. And they have a massive cannon. Ooh, okay. Of course you're pirates, you raid warehouses and stuff. Wait, how did you guys manage to find Metroid Prime? It's like, isn't the meteor supposed to be sealed off? Or did it just find some gap to break through the barrier?
Well, evidently they have some pretty good mining tools. And again, so should Samus. I don't know. That part of the plot made no sense.
Okay, lore dump time. Okay, don't steal the elite ration so you're not gonna get fed. This is... okay.
The best one, the best pirate lore right here.
Mm-hmm. Hey, science team didn't have vapor for brains for once.
The curious morph paw.
It's like, we tried it and we broke everyone's backs. It's like, how did you roll up into that? Magic.
It's like, yeah, you got into morph ball mode, but then everyone was so mangled as a result. It's like, oh. I love that one. That one's always funny.
Mm-hmm.
Always makes me laugh. Another thing that they changed and remastered. Once you shoot them with the ice beam, you can't missile them.
I thought that was a thing that also happened in Trilogy, where you can't missile them after icing them.
I don't know. I never played the trilogy version.
Let me get back to you on that one.
Yeah, because as far as I'm concerned, when I tried doing that with remastered, it was like, wait, why is my missile bouncing off? This isn't right.
Wait, there was a Federation cruiser that happened to come across this planet, but... I guess only Samus caught wind of the frigate distress call. Pirate arrogance against ancient bird people. Yeah, because the problem is the pirates don't have a Chozo translator. Alright, we can beat Metroid Prime by exploiting shifts in its armor. Good to know. I hate this room. At least the one saving grace I'll say with these pirates is that, you know, they don't inflict their beam effects on you, so it's like if you get shot by wave, you don't get static or ice, you get frozen. I was like, oh, thank God for that. What? Wait, hang on. What's this one? We're looking for the Hunter's gunship. It's bright and orange. How do you miss it? Unless it really cloaks itself while I'm not in the room. Oh, we have a 75% chance of killing the hunter. Can we make
that always bugged me, because it's just like you have a hard time finding Samus's ship, right? But it's literally right next to the frigate, and it's like, okay, you're carrying resources from the frigate to the home world, like to your
research
phase on mine. Yeah, your research center, your phase on mines. And it's like, okay, and you didn't see Samus's ship at all during that time because it's right next to the frigate. It's like, how do you miss that?
Or it's like Ridley could have said, "Help, I'm being pursued."
Yeah, but it still crashed, and eventually Ridley no longer gets pursued, and they start building their bases of operations. I mean, that had to have taken some time. And I'm pretty sure they weren't already here at the time.
Well,
go to.
Gosh.
This room. Leave this.
Ah, great. Now it's time to solve the puzzle.
Don't you hate it when you defeat this boss, right? Or this mini-boss, I should say. And you're very low on health, and you just so happen to run into one of those electrical fields, and you die.
I've come dangerously close to that before. Or it's like...
That's happened to me.
Or it's like...
I'm like, oh no, now to start over.
Or it's like, it's gonna be like those orange arcs and you're going, ah, shit.
Oh yeah, the ones that just show up out of nowhere. Yeah. I think that's what got me, actually. It was one of those that ended up killing me.
Ow.
Insert demo man kaboom here.
And I always thought, like, because of the leading 0, I thought there were up to 10 power bombs in this game.
Yeah, no. I don't even think you make it to 10.
No, the cap is 8. I'm going... Then why the double digits?
Yeah, that... I don't understand that either.
It's like, it's happened here, it's happened in Trilogy, and it's happened in Remastered as well. I'm going... Guys, you're not going to get double-digit power bombs. That's only in Prime 2.
I think it's mainly just because, hey, like, you have to have a cap for the engine, I guess. Or during dev time, they programmed it to where you could get more than 8. But, yeah.
I'm here. I'm back.
Yeah, but
What happened?
That was a pretty quick dinner you had. Well, I'm down to the depths of the mines. Well, halfway down the depths of the mines, but I got what I came for, and I gotta climb all the way back up.
I'm surprised you blew up all those turrets at once. Usually it takes me, like, a couple of super missiles to take them out.
On normal mode, you can knock them all out with a super missile, but you have to position the missile correctly, where they all get hit by the same splash.
Right. Oh, I love this part. It's like, oh, nice Metroid containment field here. I hope you, like, I don't think you would mind if I disabled it.
Yeah, and my biggest regret on one run is not turning this on, and I still have to fight pirates on the way back upstairs. I'm going, yeah, no. I'll take my chances with the Metroids.
Yeah. At least you can fight the Phazon Elite now. Oh, I forgot about these guys.
These guys suck on hard, and I'm going, they're even worse on Remastered, because I'm going, yeah, I missed my missiling.
On Remastered, they're the worst on hard, because again, you can't use missiles. So it's like, yeah, they just take ages to defeat.
Especially when the demo reel shows the ice spreader being used against them, I'm going, really?
Oh, and to make matters worse, when I did the Remastered, I actually forgot to save after taking out the invisible drone. So I ended up dying to these pirates on hard. these specific ice ones, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Back to the beginning.
I gotta fight my way all the way back up to the top. I could head back, but through that one blocked pillar, but I'm like, no, there's no point. I still gotta get grapple beam anyway before I can go down there.
Yeah, it's like they give you a shortcut, but you can't take it because you need to get grapple beam.
Either that, or it's like, do you really want to come back downstairs and fight all the pirates again? And I'm like,
exactly.
No.
Destroy the king.
Okay, it's dead. I don't have to worry about that.
I don't even bother taking it out. I just shoot it, and it's done. I wait for it to do its little ground pound thing, then I fire a super missile, and that's it. Though I think power bombs do a good number of damage to them, too.
Alright, let's turn off the nerve gas.
I remember owning this game for a long time, never 100%ing it, and I didn't know you could do this in that room for the longest time.
Oh yeah, because you had to scan the vent grate to figure out what was what.
Yeah, but you're not thinking about it because the first thing you're thinking about is, how do I get out of here? Because I'm taking damage from this gas.
Okay, how do I get out of here? I mean, I could kill this thing right here and now, but I'd rather do that on wrap up. Let's just get grapple beam and call it quits. No. Wrong way.
There's the meteor. There's the Leviathan seed. Of course, at the time, we didn't know what it was yet. The Ether's story was always so interesting. Because when the Leviathan seed broke out, it literally split it in half as far as dimensions are concerned. So there was like a light and dark variant, so it's like, okay, so where did the seed end up on Ether?
Did it completely disintegrate, or did it just build its own warp field?
Yeah, I have no idea. It's just like, it's just not there. But there's a boatload of Phazon in Dark Ether. Like, a lot more than Ether.
Uh-oh.
I wonder if it was the Ing Hive. No, that wouldn't make any sense because it's still very mechanical.
And it's a cliff fortress, so hey, look like
That's what I was thinking. Maybe that whole cliff is the seed. I don't know. Yeah, I think it just dissipated. Can't really think of any reason. One more.
Yeah, because I remember like Final Fantasy Crystal Chronicles, it's like all the source of the miasma, it came from like one big, parasite meteor, but yeah, that was embedded inside a mountain.
I wasn't a fan of Crystal Chronicles, honestly, when I played it. Like, the whole gimmick of, like, oh, you need to gather these crystals and then make it to the end, it just seemed very tedious to me.
Or the entire end game puzzle.
I never got that far.
That one you had to pay attention to someone who looks like he's rambling in riddles, and you find out that you're going, oh, you actually have to follow the riddle in order to get what you need to get to the final dungeon.
Right.
Oh, I forgot, Trilogy and Remastered actually blocked this off. You needed a PB.
Right.
Well, that and Plasma Beam as well.
You didn't need Plasma Beam to get here.
No, I was talking about the power bomb debris blocking the door to Plasma.
Oh, right. You can get Plasma. I think that's next on your list, actually.
Plasma is the next progression item. Have to make it back to Magmore Caverns West, I think?
I don't have that memorized, but yeah. It's definitely in Magmore Caverns. Or you could go back up. Then you could take that massive shortcut. No, but you gotta go back to Magmore anyway, so it's like...
Well, that and I can get X-Ray right about now, so...
That's true, yeah. Actually, can you? I think it's blocked by a plasma door.
No, it's blocked by power bombs.
I know it's blocked by power bombs, but...
It's an
not
ice
a
door.
plasma door as well.
It's ice and PVs.
Gotcha. So you could technically just get both. In whichever order. I would always get X-ray last.
There. Because at that point, you already know what the unseen entrance at Fintrana's Edge is.
Yeah. Not to mention, you need the plasma beam to get a bunch of items, as well as artifacts. So I looked up the fusion suit and remastered, and I didn't see anything regarding a data mine.
Alright.
At least not on YouTube. I'll Google it, see if anybody has information on that. But... Oh, there apparently there's code for it in a leftover morph ball model. That's basically all it is. I thought someone might have made a mod for it, but no. That's a shame.
Again, I was like, that was always my thing to do in hard mode, especially for New Game Plus.
Right. Or I would use the fusion seat for AM2R. It's a shame what they did on Samus Returns, where it's the hardest difficulty is locked behind a paywall.
Yeah, because you either have to get like, you know, the starter edition or the pre-order with the
I mean, that Metroid
that came
amiibo
with
was
it.
awesome looking. But yeah, it's just...
And the
a
Metroid amiibo was actually pretty squishy.
Oh yeah. Yay! Now you can defeat these Chozo ghosts without having to guess where they are.
Alright. Ow. Already less than 2 hours and we're on our way to get plasma. Yay.
Yeah, this game goes by a lot quicker than you would think, if you know what you're doing.
Is there a world record that you guys know of?
Oh, the speed runs in this game are insane. We're talking like Secret World, Out of Bounds stuff, doing some crazy jump maneuvers, scan jumping, for example.
Oh yeah, the scan dash to get to launch yourself off the back of the ship and get space jump pretty early.
Mm-hmm. Though in Remastered, you can still get space jump early, but you gotta do some morph ball bomb shenanigans.
Didn't a few people from Rare work on this? By any chance?
I don't think so.
I'll be right back.
What gives you that impression? Oh, right, I don't have spring ball. I really cannot be doing stuff like that. Let's save first, because I have not done that in quite a while. Alright, I'm missing missile tanker to right near the top sides of... I'll worry about that later. Save that for the item wrap up. Left. Alright guys, I hate to cut this session short because I would really love to move on with this, but there is a thunderstorm that is going to be happening in my area. So, unfortunately, let me just get the plasma beam real quick, and then we'll head to one of the Phandrana Drift save stations, or the save station right before that elevator, and then I'm going to have to stop from there. I'm very sorry, but that's just the way shit happens. I just saw the thunder flash outside. Cool. Take it to... Nah. Yeah, if I wanted to just wrap up main progression like right here and now and not give a damn about anything else, I could just cut right through here and go midway through Phase on Mines. The problem is, though, I still have to go back upstairs anyways. Right. Get this one. Huh, this is already on the edge of meteor site, isn't it? Where the hell's the meteor, though? Yeah, I would have liked to go a little bit further than this. Like, do all the Fendrana drifts wrap up and maybe get some stuff from Chozo Ruins and all the item wrap up as well before we go deep into the depths of Phazon Mines. But yeah, just saw some lightning outside and I'm going, yeah, the weather's supposed to be pretty miserable tonight, so I don't think I'm gonna press my luck for another 2 hours or so. Sorry about that, but that's just the way this breaks. You guys still there? Alright, well, that's all I'm gonna do for now. So, next time, we'll do item wrap up, and weather and time permitting, if I can do all of endgame after wrap up, then so be it. Just how much stuff is left? Alright. Well, that's all we have for now. But anyways, yep. We'll be getting there. Yeah, so next week, if the weather holds up and my luck holds up, yeah, we'll do artifact wrap up. Then we'll wrap up main progression. Otherwise, I'll save main progression for 2 Fridays from now.
No worries.
Yeah, so a lot of progress done in 2 hours, so I'm a little bit happy with that. Or at least we got the next 4 or 5 items in main progression done. But yeah, I'm like not chancing it with the chance of lightning tonight. All right, so
I love that.
yep. All right, well, closing time. Last call.
I'll probably do Empire at War as the rebels and like May 11:30 Eastern time, 8:30 Pacific.
All right.
If I feel up for it, I'm a little tired right now, so yeah.
All right. Saturday and Sunday, I will be starting The Legend of Heroes: Trails of Cold Steel Part 2, and Tuesday will be the last of House of the Dying Sun. I'm gonna do the survival waves, and I'm just gonna open up the dialogue for the last ending. That'll be about it.
There you go.
Oh, gee. Yeah, and then we'll keep grinding away at Metroid Prime. So next Friday, yeah, hopefully I can wrap everything up, but otherwise it's just Artifact wrap up. But if the pace is good and stuff, then you know what? It's like, let's just do Endgame. And then I'm gonna do Prime 2 on hard mode because I hate myself. Well, that I gotta get that off my bucket list. Gotta be on hard mode somewhere.
Did I show up just in time?
Yeah, there was some lightning outside, so I already got plasma and I saved right outside the elevator. So we'll pick up from the Fendrana depths next week.
All right.
All right. Well, that's all we have for now. So thank you guys for coming by, and Matt, Prox, thanks for coming along here.
Sure thing, man.
Yep, we got a lot more primetime Metroid Prime to go through.
Did it because it's Prime.
Yep.
Am I?
Yeah, when I got this item list, I actually had to reorganize it and sort it out and fill in some notes about saying, hey, where in progression should I get these items? Well, I did the same thing for the logbook, but I'm not very itchy about 100%ing the logbook.
Right. I do it anyway, just because if I can.
Yeah, or if there's like a good material benefit to doing it, but otherwise I just say like, yeah, let's just get this over with once and then call it quits.
Man, I just remember the one research item I was missing, and I didn't know what it was, and I'm like, it's the stupid stalagmite. What?
Yeah, Prime 2, it's like always there's some lore sheet behind like a brick pillar or something else that I keep forgetting.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah, it's like one of the Luminoth history lore sheets where I'm going, where is this? And I have to look it up. I'm going, wait a minute, this is in that one room on the temple grounds, but it's hidden behind one of those energized pillars. I'm like, really? I wouldn't even know that if I didn't look it up. I was like,
Exactly.
all right. Yep. More Metroid Prime next week. But until then, stay sweet, stay sensational, don't be salty, and we will see you guys later. Have a good one, everybody.
Keep it real.
And don't let keeping it real go wrong.